music technologist, not everyone is a player, and it makes you part of the band by using this laptop sort of way of working. It makes you actually part of the band because you can be triggering off loops and grooves, and various clips, and you can be perhaps recording some stuff in on the fly and doing some live processing. Let me come back to you. I want to show you another quick feature here, which I think is really cool, which is called tap tempo. So for live use, again, this is really good. We just take this. Sorry, here we go. If I tap a tempo, at the moment we're at 95. If I want to slow it down, look, I'm just going to tap a slower tempo, and it will slow down with me. If I want to pick the beat up a little bit, I'm just hitting tap tempo, and it will follow me. Now that's really cool. I mean, with some audio stuff, you could hear that it actually just sounds a bit kind of like submersed in water, because obviously not every audio clip is going to be absolutely perfect for that, but certainly for MIDI data and some loops and grooves, it's a really, really powerful feature. What I've got is performance technology students using this, and from a bass drum on the electronic kit, they're triggering that tap tempo, because what you can do is you can easily assign stuff here. I'll do it here. If I just hit that, hit tap, and then, sorry, let's just get that up and take it off the key. Do that again, sorry guys. Right, so, okay, I've now assigned this note on the keyboard to take control of tap tempo for me. So now when I play, yeah. Now what guys are doing in performance technology is that they're kind of like taking the beat from the bass drum to keep the sequence in live. So no longer, I mean, how many drummers are in here? How many of you have played to a click track? Yeah, not anymore. You can actually kind of like turn it around, and the computer will actually follow your time rather than you following. And obviously that's going to kind of like help with groove, and it's going to help with feel, and it's not going to sound so regimental.
You know, with that tap tempo, can it, apart from obviously altering tempo, can it do anything different to sound? Because you know, like with say like Cubase, when you do time stretch, it can make it really weird, can't it?
Yeah, I mean the audio engine in Ableton is fantastic, and they were certainly the first people to actually bring out sort of elastic audio, so they've kind of like got that pretty much. You'll find that most of the other manufacturers actually got on the back end of that and used it. Can I take some more questions in a moment? Yeah. So I'll come back to you, Luke. Okay. So essentially, the thing I wanted you to understand about this is obviously the way that you can use it live, the way that you can control tempo live, the way that rather than you lock into the computer can essentially synchronize to you, and I think that that's pretty cool. Okay, a basic quick rundown of the controls that you can see on screen. If we just play that again, put it back up to say 95. Okay, let's back it up to 100. We've got the usual set of controls down here. We've got track volume. Okay, we've got solo controls, and we can take these actually work as a mute switch here. Okay, so the usual set of controls, and and this is the last thing I'm going to talk about, just looking generally at Ableton Live and trying to put it into some kind of context for you guys. All of this is easily controllable using the keyboard, but most importantly, it's so easy to map using MIDI control. Yeah. For example, I showed you that assigning a MIDI controller here. Okay. So that when I tapped a key on the keyboard, it adjusted the tempo. Well, I'll just remove that. If I want to, say, for example, play the C key to start that first section, again, it's really easy to do. I hit that, I go down to the next one, I hit that, I go down to the next one, hit this. So I've just very, very quickly mapping, take it back out of MIDI map mode. Now straight away, as soon as I hit my keyboard, next one, back to intro. think of another program that makes it so easy to kind of like map to like that. And everything is assignable. You know, this is what I love about this. You know, if I want to, okay, I want to pan that bass from left to right in real time, I just hit MIDI, I assign a controller to it, bang, come out of MIDI, now play, and I don't have to touch the keyboard because I can do it here. Bass, pan, and you can see the control moving now on the bass. If I want to mute that track, let's just quickly set up quick mutes. Take it out of MIDI. Simple to do. Okay, so you know, again, you know, it's extremely kind of like flexible the way that you can work with it. Usual set of controls, and once you understand the workflow sort of like process, the approach that the program enables you to take, you know, it really will create and speed up your workflow. Because, you know, you don't have to stop what's going on to make things happen. Okay, oh, I've taken them off, haven't I? So let's just go to there. So if I want to map a control while the music's playing, no problem. I don't have to stop anything. I can keep working with the program because there's nothing worse than having to stop what's going on all the time and working on stuff. Let's take a few general questions before I go into the next part, which is about how you can use it for generating ideas for composition. Right, at the back.
That arrow, why has it got a yellow ring around it?
Oh my
It's
god.
Right, okay.
It's been bugging me all the way through.
No, that's not part of Ableton. That's a part of my system so that when I hover over something, you can actually see what I'm going over. So it's not a part of Ableton. We can easily turn that off.
Do you know if you were to like record in Pro Tools, like you go to record a song or something, and you record extra guitars and synths in there.
Right.
Export, like let's say, segments of that, and do it the same way, and then.
Yeah.
So like import it as the clips would be audio, nothing that you've done in there. You're just using that to host them, sort of.
Yeah. Absolutely. The other thing is as well is if I want to, I can just sort of create another audio track here. Let's just scroll down over here a bit. I can create another audio track, and I can say, look, where do I want my audio to come from? And I can actually kind of like do a very quick and easy bounce down. So it's really flexible in that way. Okay.
You know the assign function? Could you assign one key to record and one key to loop it back?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. I know that you're keen to get going on this looping stuff. If any of you have seen sort of like Kid Beyond, he uses a MIDI foot switch to control Ableton Live.
So he just assigns the MIDI foot switch to the...
Yeah, it's exactly what he does.